Right, Cowboy Nation, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Cowboys lost the first game. It's the end of the world. And yes, I ate my crow already for an hour video. You guys can check that video out. So right now, believe it or not, the Washington football team, the no-name team, is the #1 team in the NFC East. We will see what the quote-unquote Giants would do. Now, I hear a lot of people, I love your valuable feedback, especially for those who said, hey, Cowboy Nation, what happened to all of those flavors of ice cream that was out there? I will say this, that flavors, it wasn't that many. It wasn't a lot of flavors of ice cream out there. We did look bland. We did look like vanilla. The defense, we got hit with the mixed directions. I think that Sean McVay did a wonderful job of showcasing and establishing the run. They had some type of establishment going, whether it be play action, whether it be running the rock in between the splits, and on top of that, getting the edge and taking advantage of the Cowboys over aggressive pursuit. Now, with all of that being said, we will find out whether or not we made the right and proper decisions as relates to Mike McCarthy or Riverboat Run. We could have got him or what have you, or whatever coach that was out there. We would know down the line. I will say we got to look at this thing objectively and say, yeah, it didn't look like it was much of a difference, especially when we have a new defense, Mike Nolan. Of course, George Edwards and Tom Sula, brand new coaching philosophy on the defensive side of the ball. The only person that stayed was Big Cat Leon Lett. And everything kind of looked similar to this team that we've been seeing for the last 10 years or the last 5 years. But it's still week one, game one. Week one, game one. I will point out the guys that I was happy to see. Can we get a little positivity? The guys that I was happy to see Ezekiel Elliott, the way he ran in between the splits. I was happy to see with the limited amount of snaps that Tony Pollard was able to get. He did showcase some talent. And on top of that, for a road game, for Amari Cooper catching and receiving the ball 10 times for 88 yards. I know a lot of people going to say, well, we didn't win, so all of those yards are worthless and useless. But I will say I'm proud of it because it was a road game. He didn't have a lot of practice. And I know it's going to sound like excuses. I do like what I've seen out of Diggs. Diggs showcased it that, hey, he got beat on a route by Van Jefferson. We'll go over that. He played pretty well in this game, but he didn't give us that, wow, look at this rookie. It's going to be some growing pains. Remember what I said, you want to slide them in slowly. Now, with the injuries and these sorts of things, I'll go over that, but I like the way Diggs played. We got to give him that. I like the way Alden Smith played, although it's been, 5 years since the last time he played. He did showcase that he can get to the quarterback or get to the runner or what have you. He did a great job, in my opinion, right? So, moving forward, D-Law, I just think that, man, I'm thinking that I thought that he was going to do something this game, showcase and show the world that he's ready. He had only one tackle, I believe, had multiple. In between him and Griffin, they kind of looked like they wasn't on the same page. Griffin had a few false starts, well, not false starts, but, offsides, and him as well as D-Law. But Griffin did showcase some big plays in a pinch, the safety play. We're going to have to really evaluate the safety play. I'm just not sold on Darian. I don't know where I left off at, but somebody gave me a phone call. But it is what it is. Let me continue to do this video right quick. I will say this, Cowboy Nation. Week 2, we got to start off faster. We got to understand that at least attempt to throw the ball deep. Make the defense play honest. Now, this particular situation that we were up against, away game, on the road, or what have you. I want to know the stats for all of the away teams and the home teams. You guys probably have it, or what they win-loss ratio. Not using this as an excuse, but I want to know the stats for week 1. The team that was on the road, how many teams that won on the road, of course, week 1. Nevertheless, this football year is still different. I know that we didn't showcase and show a lot of things out there, but now is the evaluation time. It is. So hopefully, hopefully, when we play against those Atlanta Falcons, we showcase something different. Because right now, it seems as if though we're the same team. Now, it could be the Kellen Moore factor. This is his second year being an offensive coordinator, and we do know that it takes time for those guys to get ready. And on top of that, when we look at the offense, the 4th and 3 play when we went for it, I think that CD, I think he had like 6 receptions for so many odd yards. I don't know the number. I think he had 50-something yards, give or take. I will say this. Think about this, Cowboy Nation. CD, they're going to bring up and they're going to pull up those tapes and they're going to say, hey, next time on a 4th down play, you got to get beyond the sticks and then cut on your break, look back for the ball. They're going to talk to him about those things. When you cut your route short, they did it several times. And that's some of the issues and the warts that we had last year with the offense. They would run underneath the sticks and not run enough beyond the chains to get the first down when they look back for the ball. But that's just how that goes too. Growing pains are always crazy. And we just got to look at it and take it at face value. 0-1 is not the end of the world. It's not time to crash and burn. I think that this defense will get better. Now, people that we might bring in for a cup of coffee, Delaney Walker. He's long in the tooth, but I think that we probably have to bring him in now. Oh, a linebacker, whatever linebacker that's out there, because we know for sure that LV Eve is going to be out for at least 8 weeks. Sean Lee is going to be out for another 2 weeks. Then on top of that, Luke Gifford, it's a day-to-day situation. I'm just not trying to build my house on the linebacking crew that we don't know, that we probably can't wait to see, okay, will these guys be available to play? So whoever's out there, I know some Vertez, Burfict is out there. It's a lot of guys out there. Not saying that these guys will be the end-all, be-all. Don't get it twisted. And I'm not finna bring up the fact that, hey, Earl Thomas would have made everything change. No, I'm not saying that as well. But you should at least entertain, bring these guys in. I didn't see Brandon Carr out there. If you guys saw Brandon Carr out there, maybe, just maybe, let me know how many snaps Brandon Carr got or received or what have you. Let me know, because I didn't really see him out there. Maybe they put him in a special team situation. I don't know. But this team, it's all about now how we can line things up, say to ourselves, how can we better our best and showcase something different. Now, the taste of defeat does not mean that it's the end of the world. And trust me, the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl, it was not because they went undefeated, right? But what we showcased it out there today was not really a good football situation, right? We need to just figure these things out. Don't get mad, Cowboy Nation. One day at a time, one movement at a time. But I'm going to tell you, that crow, it's not a good feeling. I'm tired of eating it. But shout out to the Washington football team. They're #1 right now. Now we got to see what the Giants are going to do. You know, we're going to see how they're going to line things up. Yeah, Cowboy Nation, we got to figure this thing out one way or another. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what's your concerns. I know a lot of people saying that, hey, the way Dak Prescott exhibit and exude, they don't believe that he's worth or worthy of $40 million. Let the guy play out the entire year first before we can start beating down the man, right? Let's see what this coaching staff, let them see how they can make these necessary adjustments. Football is a long season. But we got to figure this thing out one way or another. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Don't forget, hit that like button. Rub that notification bell, because it'll let you know when I go live at various times throughout the day. And on top of that, hey, share this content. When you share it, it's caring. Shout out to everybody who stayed with us for all of these multiple hours, and especially helping us grow this thing. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Still, let's go, Cowboy Nation. It's not over with yet. It's not over with. It's not over with yet, right? It's not. Let's go.